everybody, this is Beth McCullough, and I'm a Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa. I do live videos every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
So, this is an I can't say the word anomaly.
Yes, that's perfect.
Anomaly, because we are gone doing two different things 2 weeks in a row. I had my ACL repaired up in Minneapolis 11 months ago, and we are at the doctor's appointment, and it's our anniversary. And look at this. How sweet. Can you see this? My sweet husband went out and picked peonies out of our yard and brought them in and put them in a vase for my anniversary. But aren't they beautiful? I love them.
And they smell good too.
They smell so good. Here, maybe you can see them up here. They're super pretty. That was awfully sweet of you, Steve.
Wow.
And I have a few housekeeping things.
Yes.
Are you with me?
I am. I was
Okay.
going to comment about the flowers.
Oh, what do you want to say about the flowers?
So our son convinced her to plant peonies because he thought they looked really cool. And we're very thankful that he did, because this time of year they bloom, and we've got several different colors. The flowers are massive.
They're massive, and they say ants open them, but I don't see any ants on them. So I don't know if they opened them and then they left.
All I know is they're not here.
Yeah,
So
we're glad they're not here. So look at this beautiful card. This is a celebrate our anniversary card from Tony Shaw, a demonstrator friend of ours. I love this. I love everything about it. Hope you don't mind if I case it, Tony, because it just makes my heart sing. It's a great card. And she sent us this for our anniversary. So thank you, Tony. Also, last week, because it was pre-recorded, we went back and had a drawing of the people who left comments on YouTube. And Kathy Ost is the winner, and I believe she said she wanted the lemon cupcake. This was the card with the gift card holder. So if you would like to win from tonight, whether you're watching live or on replay, put hashtag
Prize Patrol.
And I will do a drawing before next Tuesday, June 6th. And we appreciate you watching so much. So look at this fun card I have for you tonight. Do you know where it came from? Do you know, Steve?
I don't know where it came from.
You don't have a clue, do you?
I just don't have your expertise in identifying DSPs and stamp sets.
Okay. So, just like you, honey, you're just my type.
Oh, look at that. That's sweet.
So, see this little flower up here in Just My Type? I took it and I stamped it over and over again, and I tried to be random, and I tried to have some of them off the edges.
I thought that was DSP.
No, I made it. Are you impressed?
I am so impressed.
I was impressed too. So, and then I colored it. I used these three colors. I used Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, and Melon Mambo. And I colored the centers different, but I think it's very relaxing to sit and color something so easy. So I was actually watching a webinar, and I sat and colored, so it was a very productive time. Then I got out some dies. What dies did I get out? These, the Nested Essential Dies. And thank you so much. Came from the Layering Leaves stamp set. If you can see these, the font is just beautiful, and there's a punch that goes with this. Highly recommend these two new stamp sets. But I put thank you so much, and then I cut it out with this smallest Nested Essential, and then I did the layer with the second biggest one. Popped up both layers on dimensionals, and then I added these glossy dots. They're in the catalog again this year. They were last year too. The Melon Mambo glossy dots on top of there. And then the 6x6 paper. Don't you love the polka dots and stripes? I added that to go with it. What do you guys think?
So did you do anything on the inside?
On this card, I don't think I did. I was so proud of myself when I got done coloring. I should put something in there with coloring, because I do like to decorate the envelopes in the inside. So then I decided today to do it again. I did it a little bit different. Of course, this is just a standard card base, and this one's Parakeet Party. The basic white is 4 inches by 5 1/4. If you watch my videos normally, I always have the measurements up, but we are in a hurry to get on this trip, and there aren't very many measurements, so I don't have written measurements popping up tonight.
But repeat it. So
Okay.
the size of the...
This is just a standard card base. So this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And this piece is the first layer, 4 inches across, 5 1/4 long. And so when I did it this time, I did less flowers, but you can do however you want to do it. And I actually colored this tonight.
I suggested that she should leave a couple flowers blank and color them while I told the story, but she went ahead and colored all of them. So
No
I get
story
the
for
impression
you.
that I'm not supposed to be telling stories tonight. So I'll stay hushed up over here.
You know, I just
That would be a first, wouldn't it?
I was having fun coloring, and I forgot that you gave me advice on how I should do it.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just go ahead and do what I want. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. This is new in the catalog. Take Your Pick Crafter Tips. They have some new tips. And those of you who watch me more often notice I don't always use my You Pick 2 tool. I use these old tools. And the reason for that is this is little and skinny. And the one that came with this, or one of the attachments, is thicker. So I had trouble picking up the items that I wanted because I was used to this little skinny one. Well, yay! In the new tips that you can get, they have this with the same little skinny tip that I'm used to. And then I forgot already what's on the other side. Oh, a hook. That would be super useful too for picking things up. My friend Jean loves it when I tear apart cards. I could use it for that.
When you MacGyver cards?
Yeah. It also comes with a hobby blade. That's super useful. And then this is a wheel to make perforations.
Yeah.
So if you haven't gotten that, you may see me using this more often now that I have my skinnier end on there. So I am gonna put some dimensionals on here and add it to the card, and stick around because I have more cards to show you. I have been making some bright and happy cards, and this card is actually going to be my voting card for June. After I made the card, Jean and Steve and I voted. Do you remember that, honey?
Yes.
And we voted for this card.
Yep.
So I hope you guys like it and want to vote. It'll be on my blog for voting a week. Would it be next Monday? Next Monday, I believe. So I'm just going to center that popped up. And then I put dimensionals on here. The ink I used is the black Memento Tuxedo ink. And I'm just going to pop this up. And then I thought that I would use, I almost grabbed the little after I said I wouldn't do that anymore. I have glossy dots to put on here. Oh, that's big. Too big. We need to go smaller.
Smaller dot?
Yeah. Are you thinking you're not going to say anything because you think
I'm ready to dive in as soon as I get an opening.
When I let you get a word in edgewise?
Yeah. 37 years ago, Beth. What were we doing? What were we thinking? What was going
37
on?
years ago, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, did we?
Well, we had no idea what all was going to happen in our lives, that was for sure. I think we knew what we were getting ourselves into.
So what do you like better? Do you like card number 1? This is Melon Mambo, Tahitian Tide, and Parakeet Party. Or this one is Lemon Lolly, Tahitian Tide, and Parakeet Party. Oh, another question I have for you, although I already put it on the card, so I guess it doesn't matter. Do you like it better on black? This one is on black. Or do you like it on Parakeet Party? You know what Steve said? He wanted it on Tahitian Tide.
Because I'm a blue guy. It's my favorite color.
Yeah.
So let's tear that card face off and put it on the blue.
Should I use the hook?
Use the hook.
Okay.
Seriously, show them how to use the hook.
Okay. Maybe not. I want to show you just my type some more. I had just started playing with it. So you see the flower, I did that. And then I was like, well, look at these flowers. Do you have time for another quick card? And like I said, I have 2 more I can't wait to show you that we made today. I'm going to use another Parakeet Party, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I made a layer, and this layer is just 1/4 inch smaller. And I ran it through with the Basics embossing folder, and it is the polka dot. There, can you see it? The polka dots? Super cute. And I'm going to put this on the front. So
we had a big wedding 37 years ago.
We did have it. We had 400 people at our wedding. And we had a brass band. It was called the Brass Notes.
Yes, and they were good.
They had trombones and saxophones and trumpets.
Yes, and we danced.
And would you believe we are polka-ers? We're polka dance people.
Yes. We grew up close to Durant, Iowa, where they had a German polka fest every year. And so we both learned how to polka. And it's a little known fact. I use that for my little known fact. You know, every now and then for icebreakers.
When they ask for an interview,
an icebreaker. Either that or
that you know how to polka, or what exactly?
That I know how to polka, and that I was the drummer in a rock band. And you know, those are my little known facts. And what
are they more impressed with, being a drummer in a rock band?
They can't picture me doing either one, and that's why I use those as my little known facts.
Are you offended by that?
No, I mean, it just seems kind of out of character. What was really fun is for my company. I was joking and telling people about that, and we had a band at one of the company dinners, and I actually ended up sitting in with the band to play. "Hang On Snoopy" was the song, which was really easy to play. But everybody's like, "You really know how to do that?" I told you I did. So
they just didn't believe you.
Well, man of many talents. Mostly hidden.
Wait, I was going to say, that sounds kind of conceited.
No.
I thought you were a down-to-earth guy.
Most of them in my mind and not actual talent, but yeah. So anyway, we had this huge wedding, which meant about this time, 2 days out from when we actually had the ceremony, we were pretty nervous. There were a lot of details that had to come together.
You need to take a break, okay?
Okay.
Let me tell you what I did. So this is Melon Mambo, and it's 1 inch wide, and it is 5.5 long. And then I put a 1/2 inch at Parakeet Party over the top. What do you think? Do you like it so far?
I do.
Bright, happy. Then I told you I saw these flowers, so I wasn't going to do this for this card tonight, but I'm like, those flowers need to be made, don't they, Steve?
Sometimes they just call out to you.
So I stamped them in black memento, colored it with Melon Mambo, Lemon Lolly, Parakeet Party, and this one over here in the paper is Orchid Oasis. It was feeling left out. It needed to be added. So then I cut it out. I used the same dies. You guys, you need these dies. So I used these dies on this card, and I used these dies on here. And then the Orchid Oasis is the biggest die, and the white is the second. But super cute. So I popped that up. And then, should I pop it up again, or should I just
Yeah,
put
it needs
flat?
to be popped. Everything's better popped up.
Everything is better popped. So I'm going to pop that up. And do you want to say something about our wedding while I do this?
Yeah, absolutely. So it ended up being an incredibly fun wedding, but we were talking to some young couples tonight that are in our small group from the class we lead for church. They just got engaged.
We lead a alpha group online. The next one starts September of 2023.
And we hope you'll join us.
Yes.
You can do it from anywhere in the world.
And we just did 2. We did a January to March session, and we did an April to June session.
Yeah. So this
there's
young
one
couple
more.
just got engaged, but they've been planning their wedding for quite a while, and they were getting really hassled. And finally I said, you know what? What I remember about our wedding was the actual wedding ceremony when the pastor was talking to us, and I was watching Beth and saw the look in her eye. I teased her that her eyes twinkle. She was eye twinkling at me, and I'm like,
Wait,
okay, I want to be with her forever.
That's how I got you?
Yeah, that's the eye twinkle.
Really?
Just, yeah.
Like in I guess we talked on the phone in 6th grade, but I met him in person in 7th grade. Did I twinkle
Yes,
you
the very first time you met me, you
Is
eye
that like
twinkled at me.
by batting my eyelashes?
No, it's,
just
your
eye
eyes
twinkling.
literally twinkle. I can't describe it. I don't know how to explain it, except people have seen you do it. They know when you're doing it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. So,
What do you guys think? Card number 1, card number 2. This was just a bonus card because I was having fun. And then I thought I should write Steve a special message. I could do the typewriter and put a note. And I could put hearts on there and write him a love note for our anniversary. You need one of those, don't you?
that would be sweet.
Okay, let me show you a couple more cards that I made today. These are coming out in the future. But this one, well, I'll show you this one first. Can you tell I'm in a bright and happy mood? You are all kinds of wonderful, Steve McCullough. Does this look like an anniversary card for a guy who likes blue? Or
Yes,
what?
it does. That's perfect.
Guess who it's for?
It was for me,
You're all kinds of wonderful, dude.
and I'm all kinds of a fan of blue, so this is fantastic.
Yeah, with a little green heart in the corner. So, this was, I can't tell you the cards, or the colors. I think, I can't remember. Never mind. This will be on my blog and I'll have the colors on there. Here's the other one I made. This was super fun. Look at this birthday card. This is, I can't remember now either. Lemon Lolly, Coastal Cabana, Highland Heather, Melon Mambo, and Silver. This is for an upcoming Festive Friday. Do you guys like this?
Okay, now explain that though. Those are strips of paper?
Strips of paper. So it's a white 4 by 5 1/4, and I put the strips of paper this way, and then right here I put strips of paper this way and that way, and over here I did this way and that way. And this
Again, I would have thought it was DSP.
really,
Yes. So
you are easily impressed, my dear.
No, seriously. I think that's prettier than DSP.
And this is a new die. Is this not gorgeous, this happy birthday? I love it. And I use stars from 3 different sets, but all this will be on my blog. So anyway, look at all these fun, happy, and they're all easy. The hardest card is this striped one.
Well, yeah, because you got to place all the stripes.
Yeah. But like I said, this will be my voting card. Unless you like one of these others better, I could switch it out. But
I'm feeling pretty good about that happy birthday card, I got to tell you.
you're feeling good about the happy birthday?
Yeah.
Well, on the voting card, it has to be a thank you. So I
Ah,
could do this again and thank you. And I thought maybe I could have black behind it with the bright colors. But maybe you didn't come to listen to Steve and I debate card ideas tonight, but what do we do on our walks? What do you think of this, Steve? What if we do this?
Yep.
But anyway, so we are celebrating our anniversary and doing my ACL surgery. Oh, let's talk about fresh as a
not her
daisy.
surgery. She's getting released from
I'm
her
getting
doctor that
released
she's
from my
100%
surgery,
recovered from
yes. And
surgery.
guess what? I am a biker, and we do RAGBRAI, so I have biked
Bicyclist.
by not motorcycle. Motorcycles are good. I just don't do that. I'm a pedal my own bike biker, and I've done a 100-mile ride. I've done several 50-mile rides, and typically my friend and I ride 25 miles is not a big deal. But I haven't ridden in almost a year since before my surgery. And I was in tears today trying to learn how to ride a bike again. So if you don't ride a bike, I feel your pain now. I understand how scary it is. The seat was too high.
The seat was too low. The seat was too high again. We got it all adjusted.
I didn't know how to do the brakes. I didn't know how to do the gears because I'm not riding. I clip in. I wear bike shoes and clip into my bike, so I'm like all professional, sort of. Not really, but for me. But this is riding my son's bike, so I didn't know how to do anything. It was a mess. But anyway, I did go, what did we decide? 8 to 10 miles today, and I'm back. I can do this. So I'm going to practice and then go out with my friend again next weekend, and I told her I'll be improved.
She's recovered her biking mojo.
Yes. What about Fresh as a Daisy? Can we talk about the Stamp
We
Camp?
better talk about it.
So many of you have signed up, and we are thrilled, aren't we, Steve?
Yes.
And the Stamp Camp isn't until July, but the cutoff to sign up is coming up in about 2.5 weeks. So you purchase the Fresh as a Daisy suite and the jute trim. If you look on my blog, stampingmom.com, all the information is there. And even if you're a demonstrator and you're earning 20 or 25% back on this order, I think it's $87.50. So you're earning between $15 and $20. Well, I'm spending that on the card kits and the postage, and you're getting the whole Stamp Camp free. Even for demos, lots of demos do it. It is fun, and what else should we say about it, Steve?
People really enjoy it.
People really like it, and thanks to all of you who have signed up already. And I'm working on a special little gift to add.
Surprise.
A surprise. There's a surprise in there too.
So you want to do this just so you can find out what the surprise is.
So thank you for joining us. I promise. Can we promise we'll be live next week? We're almost always live.
Come heck or high water.
We're doing for our anniversary. We're going to an Italian restaurant in Minneapolis tonight for the surgery appointment. And he got an early appointment, so we're going to be on live chatting with you tonight.
I got early reservations for dinner just so that we could make sure and chat during this video.
So I hope you joined us. Have a lovely week. Come back and see us next week. Bring your crafting friends, and if you want to give us a thumbs up or a whatever there is, share the video, all the things. We so appreciate you.